Hello everybody and welcome back to Vegas Sports Talk. And this afternoon I'm previewing the Utah State versus Rebel game. That will take place on New Year's Day night at 8 p.m. And if you're not at the game on Wednesday, you can watch on CBS Sports Network. So, we're going to start with the Rebels. They're 6-8 and they're 1-0 in conference play. Their sole win in conference came against Fresno State Bulldogs on the road. Double overtime win. Their team leaders, points is Amari Hardy with 15.2 per game. John leads them with 9.1 rebounds. And Michu Long, who is hurt with a thumb injury, leads them with 3.8 assists per game. For the Aggies, Sam Merrill is their big producer in points, 17.7 points per game. Justin Bean averages double digits for rebounds, 11.5 points per game. And their assist leader is Abel Porter with 3.9. Team stats for the Rebels, and this is where you can see the difference in these two teams play right here. Points per game for the Rebels, 68.2. Points per game for the Aggies, 81.8. Points against for the Aggies, 61.9. Points against for the Rebels, 68.5. Field goal percentage for the Aggies, 46.3. 42.6 for the Rebels. Rebounds for the Rebels, 37.9. 43.5 for the Aggies. That's a difference of about 5 rebounds. And turnovers, the Aggies only commit 12, the Rebels commit 15.3. And this could be right here, the turnover section is where the Rebels could lose this game, and they probably will lose this game because of their high amount of turnovers they commit per game. They had 21 last game against an Eastern Michigan team that was terrible. If they did not lower that, they will lose by 25 points easily. Key players for the Rebels, Amari Hardy's their number one. If he can be making shots, getting layups, getting rebounds, pushing the pace, passing the ball down low to John, making those layups, it will be a lot closer game for the Rebels. John is also important. If he can rebound the ball, if he can beat Nemos Quantas, who is their big man for the Aggies, and he's very important for them. And if he can out-rebound Justin Bean, it could be really good for the Rebels. And I put Johnny Antonio as another key player because if he can start making threes consistently during this game, the fans will get into it, and the MAC will be loud. Key players for the Aggies. Sam Merrill is very important. He is their leading scorer. He needs to score points for the Aggies. Nemes Quetta, who is coming back, his 5th game back, he's also important, but he might only be playing limited minutes in his 5th game back. And Justin Bean is important. He's the rebound leader. If he can grab those boards, it'll be a good game for the Aggies. Personally, I see the Aggies winning 81-66, a 15-point win for the Aggies. Like I said, being a lot more. I just don't see the Rebels losing by anything less than 7. I just don't see it. Keys of the game for the Rebels, they need to limit their turnovers. If they limit their turnovers, they're going to be in good shape. They need to get out in transition. If they can get easy baskets early, that'd be great for their half-court offense because their half-court offense is terrible most of the time. They run no plays, it's just a 3-man weave. That's all they do out front. So they need to get it out in transition. They need to win the rebound battle. If they win the offensive rebound and defensive rebound battle, they're going to get more shot attempts, the greater chance of those baskets going in, which will help the Rebels. 4, this is one of the most important ones. They need to stop Sam Merrill. If they stop Sam Merrill, the Rebels will have a chance. And 5, they need to come out of the gate strong. This is important. If they can come out to an 8-0 lead, the MAC will be loud, the students will be into it, and it will provide them energy for the rest of the game. Keys of the game for the Aggies, they need to go up big early. If they can go up by 10 halfway through the first half, that game will be over. The crowd will be out of it. People will start leaving at halftime. They need to limit fast breaks for the Rebels. If they limit the fast break opportunities for the Rebels, and if they have the Rebels do their half-court offense, Utah State will be golden. 3, they need to keep Sam Merrill out of foul trouble. If Merrill has 2 fouls early, they're going to have to turn to someone else to get those baskets. And I don't know who they're going to turn to. 4, they need to win the rebound battle. If they win the rebound battle against the Rebels, they're going to win the game big because they will get more shot attempts. They'll keep the ball away from the Rebels in transition. 3-point streak for the Rebels, 1,084 games. And I think they'll hit a 3 on Wednesday and make it 1,085. Their next game is Saturday at home against Air Force, which is winnable for the Rebels. But Utah State plays San Jose State, number 13th in the nation, at home on Saturday. And if the Aggies look ahead to that game, they could be in trouble. The Rebels could pounce on them, and the Rebels can upset the Aggies of Utah State. So, I personally think the Rebels have no chance of winning this game. I think they lose. They can't win by anything. They can't win at all. I just see them losing it. I think TJ will get out coached, although I don't want that to happen. I think he'll get out coached. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope the Rebels win the game for the university and the program, but I just don't think it'll happen. So make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys again soon.